that Boyz II Men are the weakest group of all the 90s R&B groups. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to double down, by the way.
Okay.
Boyz II Men made the tamest, least exciting R&B music in the 90s.
So why do you think they were so huge then?
Because a lot of people are tame and not exciting. That shit appeals to them. Welcome to another episode of Breaking Hertz. This is episode
7.
7. Tumefika 7. Good.
Tumefika 7 bana. 6.
Thank you for being with us today once again. Kama kawaida, it's your boy Hafare, aka Mr. Metronome, aka your girlfriend's boyfriend, aka Rodney Malik Casino. Next week nakuja kama nimevaa ile kofia ya ile meme.
Unashindanga umesema hivyo, sijui umevaa kanzu agake online.
No, nakuja ile meme ya Dr. Umar. What's it called? Is it called a kufi?
It's a kufi.
Yes,
yeah.
nakuja kama nimevaa kufi. And there's my guarantee. Dashiki, all that shit. Na tap into my Pan-Africanness. Thank you for being with us. Kama kawaida niko na
Sookie Murage, sorry, si mimi niko na Sookie Murage, aka Sookie.jpg, aka Uzumaki, aka Jessica Rabbit. Yeah, it's been 7 weeks. Tulikuwa on break last week, but thank you so much for keeping in tune with us as well.
Unfortunately, we couldn't record. And the rumors that nilikuwa gender assignment surgery, that's why I think make are
what
all
is
false.
That rumor?
Are all false. I would just like to kuna mtu alikuwa na spread rumors that
na abaya ama kanzu.
Jina yangu ni Rodnita
Malika.
Exactly. As in sikuwa gender assignment surgery. But if you want to get one, it's fine. Like we live in a free country after all. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to it after a week off. Sookie, what have you been listening to?
Okay, so last week I didn't listen to very much, but there were a few interesting releases towards the end that I got into. So I'll just get started. I listened to It's Not Me, It's You by DDG. It's his second project. Have you listened to?
Yes.
Halle Bailey's boyfriend, for those who do not know, has released his second project recently. I feel like I've been listening to a lot more Queen Naija than I expected.
Why?
Queen Naija is also on Girls Night Out by Babyface, which came out on Friday. Yeah, so Queen Naija amekuwa too peppered all through. But before I go back to that, It's Not Me, It's You by DDG. You should check out the features. I feel like you'd really enjoy it. Like
I listened to it. It's really good.
You listened to it?
Yeah, I listened to it.
What do you think?
Is it the one with he's getting cornrows on the cover?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice. I was impressed. I did not know that was Halle Bailey's boyfriend. Halle, whatever her name is.
She's even on some of the songs uncredited though. So yeah.
Wait, I get confused. Which one is Hailey? Which one is Chloe? Chloe into the mermaid, Ama?
Halindo the Mermaid.
Oh, Halindo the Mermaid.
Halindo the Mermaid, Chloe
is the one who is constantly horny.
Who's changing her dreads.
No, the one who's constantly horny on Twitter. Sini ukweli.
I thought about her hair first. I didn't even think about her being a horny ass bitch.
No, she's always horny. Yay. She's like, unajuanga mtoto wa pasta. Unajuanga mtoto wa pasta akiachiliwanga akuja tao for the first time. Akuja meet city girls. He meets city girls.
That's a musician raised by Beyonce. That is what happens.
Beyonce let her out into the world, and the first thing she thought, I'm going to be horny on social media.
So she doesn't have a Disney contract. She has like free reign.
But then why is it that every time somebody gets out of a Disney contract, the first thing they do is become horny?
Bra, unafungiwa bana.
But all of them, Miley Cyrus, Janet McCarthy, all of those guys, the first thing they do once you get out of your Disney contract is become the horniest person on the internet.
It's the church girl effect. Except for Michelle. Wait, Michelle ataka kuwa na Disney nini? Michelle wa Destiny's Child.
That one is married to Jesus. Let's leave her alone. But nimeku interrupt. Like, just continue with your list.
Yes, so let me continue with my list. I also listened to Ali by Vieux Fakature and Krangbin.
Krangbin, I know, like...
You know Krangbin?
Krangbin, like Texas Moon was great.
Yes. But now they've collaborated with Vieux Fakature, who is Ali Fakature's son. This is a guitarist from Mali, so it's a lot more jazzy, but like it combines really well with Krangbin's sound, I think. Mm-hmm. And I read something about him wanting to break out of his father's shadow. So I think he's like doing that while still paying homage, because like Ali it's a tribute album. He's kind of reworked a couple of his dad's like most famous songs on the project. But Krangbin bring in that really nice groove. that I think could make for interesting listening. So check it out. Girls Night Out by Babyface. This one we'll talk about it pamoja, so let me skip it for now. And then I also listened to Stay Close to Music by Mickey Blanco. Do you know Mickey Blanco?
The one, like, I haven't had that name in so long. Rihanna's was like,
yeah.
Woo.
Like from 2014. I feel like this
it was around because We Found Love. It was, I don't remember the name of the song, but it was a big song. It was on the same album as We Found Love. And I cannot for the life of me.
Yes.
Stay by Rihanna.
No.
It wasn't
That's
Stay?
Mickey Echo.
Oh, that's Mickey Echo. Why am I getting some... Anyway.
So, for those of you who don't know Mickey Blanco, she is a trans feminine rapper. So she started out as it was a concept for a music video, and then it kind of just morphed into a personality that she wanted to embody. So that's her artist personality. And the name comes from Lil Kim's alter ego. You remember
Kimmy
Kimmy
Blanco? Yes.
Yeah, so it's a spin on that. And I think this project is really interesting. So Mickey Blanco hasn't had a project out since 2014. This is the first time they've released a body of work in this way. So I feel like there's a lot of growth to be noted here. I don't know if like you can classify it as queer rap. Is that like a thing? Like a queer rap genre?
Again, you can always make it a thing.
You can. But she really...
Like, I really feel it would be a thing because, like, what does Saucy Santana do?
That's a good point.
Yeah, like...
That's a good point.
Yeah, it could be a thing. Like maybe Saucy Santana is the progenitor of queer rap. We don't know. Cupcake.
Wait, wasn't he cancelled?
He was. I don't know. I don't follow what he does. Like, if it wasn't for the memes, I wouldn't even know who he is. But
Okay,
for real.
no, it's a great way to market yourself.
Yeah, like
it's Lil Nas
he's a
X's
TikTok
school
rapper.
of...
He's a TikTok rapper. Material World.
But Stay Close to Music is really good. I also think you'd really like it. It's
I will check it out.
So there's a little bit of drugs, a little bit of feminism, little bit of...
Drugs and feminism, my two favorite things. My Angelou and crack cocaine, they went to my heart.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why does the caged bird sing? Because he was high.
Oh my God. But yeah, also I need to catch it before we move on to the next project. Stay Close to Music also has a couple of really interesting features. We have Neck, we have Saul Williams. I thought...
I haven't heard that name in a while.
And a couple of like low-key Oakland singers, or like low-key to us, like not particularly internationally famous, at least in my opinion. Like I hadn't heard about some of the features on here for a while, but I really enjoyed listening to it. Lots of really smooth music, very, very raspy bars, and I love Mickey Blanco's voice, so check it out. What were you listening to, Hafare? Oh wait, I also didn't listen to any Kenyan projects this week.
Neither did I.
So I'm looking forward to Maya and Nikita
I feel like the past, like last week at least I caught up. The week before I really didn't listen to a lot. You know, like life in a moving it was zingine. But Charlie by Charlie Puth, again.
Ooh,
it was nice. Like you could tell this man amekuwa heartbroken.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of pain in that album, but it's a lot of nice pain. You know, it's like you're dancing and you're like, wait, is this guy singing about his ex breaking his heart? But you're vibing. You're not
that's how it should be.
When you're paying attention to the lyrics, you're like, wait. Nikako Nairobi, character development 101. But a really, really nice pop record.
Yeah.
By the way, I love pop. I will not lie to you niggas. I love pop. I listen to a lot of it. And I said this before. Pop is usually bad. Like 95% of the time, pop is bad. But when it's good, it's really good. Yeah. This is not in the really, really good category, but it's good enough for me to want to listen to it again.
Carly Rae Jepsen.
Please.
I saw it on your Twitter.
Please,
I'm sorry.
I shall talk about it. As in,
I want to hear.
So then it's not you, it's me. It's not me, it's you, DDG. Yeah. Went back to one of my old favorites, Tough Love by Jessie Ware. This is like her second project because she did Devotion the first time. Her first album was called Devotion. Devotion is an album by the top 100 of all time, in my opinion. Anyone should listen to it. It was actually produced by a Kenyan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay, a guy of Kenyan descent.
Okay.
He's called Dave Okumu. I think his dad fled Kenya during the Moi days, went to settle in Vienna. Then he became a musician. He's actually part of the Invisible. He produced the first record. So this is Tough Love, the follow-up, which is now like you put out a really good, critically acclaimed record, and now the record label is like, maybe we should put more money into this.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of production by Benny Blanco and I've forgotten who else. But those guys executive produced the project. It's really nice. It's a bit different from Devotion, from what you once you jump from the first to the second. It's more radio friendly. It has her biggest single, "Say You Love Me," featuring Ed Sheeran for some reason. But it's a really, really good song. But the uko in love, that is the album I recommend. If you're in love, kama uko na mpenzi wako, mmeshikana chumbani, mnaangaliana tu, play that album. It amplifies your feelings 100 times.
That's a really good
Utaona kesho, Eji anafungua asubuhi anawapata kwa mlango.
Ni nyinyi mnafungua.
Ni nyinyi mnafungua. There was that. There was Sprinkling 2 by Currency and Fuse. Again, another Currency collab project. Not bad, not anything I would write home about. I feel like every time Currency does a collab with a producer, it's really good. With another rapper, it's not. Because of his style, it's really hard to mesh with somebody who isn't him. Like, two Currencies would make a really good project. It's like water and oil.
Yeah.
They don't really mix that well. So I wouldn't really recommend it. It's just there. It's just like music you play in the background when you're cleaning.
There's a lower exchange rate. So that's a Currency joke.
Oh my God. Jeez, I did not get that.
The exchange rate between the rappers is not...
Yeah, aingiani. The dollar versus the shilling. My boy, it is not working. So there's also Motives by Joyce Rice. Really good EP.
Yeah.
R&B. We're going to speak about this last, Girls Night Out. Then there was 10,000 Hours by Smoke DZA, the Dizza.
Ooh.
If you like weed, if you like slow, soulful samples, if you like a man rapping about the excesses of life, you will love this record. Dizza does not stray far from his comfort zone, but he's very, very good at what he's comfortable at, which is making you feel largesse. Like, una feel like you're doing a lot more. He makes the perfect luxury raps. Like, there's a line, big nigga bank teller, think up play for the Giants. You can just imagine him there when the bank teller is looking up at him. The imagery is so good. Yeah, and I think the Kid Daytona, they make you feel like you are rich.
Yeah.
It's the Rick Ross school of rap, and it's 7 tracks long, less than half an hour listen. Very good production. Dizza is always very solid on the mic. You should listen to that project.
Can I throw in a quick random question?
Yes.
Because you're on the topic of luxury rap. Who makes your top 5 list of luxurious rappers?
You've asked who makes our top 5 list of luxury rappers. We shall answer that question, but acha tumalize hii list kwanza. Yeah, there was also Crazy Girls by Day Sulan. Day Sulan is signed to YG's label, I think 400 Entertainment. Again, it was much better than I expected. The production was great. She's a very good rapper. And it was literally, dare I tell you, I love short projects. It's an EP.
Yeah.
Like, give me your best work. Give me 5 songs that I will listen to and say, wait, I want to listen to more of this rapper. Because I only see the highs, and it was filled with highs only.
Yeah.
I would recommend that too. And finally, Be Still My Beating Heart. The Pop Princess has returned. The Loneliest Time by Carly Rae Jepsen. Give me like 5 minutes to know. Anyway. So, Carly Rae Jepsen is severely underrated as a pop artist. I have never heard a bad album from her. Not even one. And when you listen to this album, you first thing you notice is always her music sounds expensive.
Yeah.
Like, it was not made. I could make you a bathroom studio. Like, this wasn't your homie with FL and a bathroom studio and then like soundproof na nini.
Yeah.
Tray ya kuku. No. This was made in a very expensive. You know what I mean? Tray ya mayai.
Oh my God.
So have you never seen niggas do that? Like, they soundproof with.
Yes, it's making the most of what you have.
So this was recorded with the finest equipment in the finest studios by the finest producers. And again, her songwriting skills impeccable. Her beat choice amazing. And you know the best part about this album, Nini? The fact that there's gonna be a side B. Because every single album Ametoa, there's always been a side B. And the side B has always, sometimes even better than side A. Because Emotion, her second album, because I think her first album, I've forgotten the name, had Call Me Maybe.
Yeah.
For those who don't know.
Yeah.
Then she put out Emotion in 2015, which is magnum opus yake. I recommend everyone to listen to that album. And then Emotion side B came out and you're like, Jesus, she keeps a very high bar for herself.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that it came out the same day as Nani's album, Taylor Swift's. Came out
Oh
the same
wait,
day.
I was going to ask you about that. You haven't named Taylor Swift's album.
No, I haven't listened to it yet.
Ah,
But I'll get to it. It came out the same day, so I feel like a lot of the shine will be lost. But that was an amazing record. Like, I can't lie to you.
Yeah.
The Loneliest Time, if you like pop, wait, check it out. Because it flows so well. Like in my top 10 for the year. I won't even lie
That's
to you. In my
amazing.
top 10 for the year. Now, finally, to Girls' Night Out.
Wait, I need to make a correction first. Today niko scattered kidogo. Mtani forgive.
Umejisema na wako wamenotice. Angalia, unaona?
No, I know I'm scattered because like I'd meant to mention this thing about Mickey Blanco's like discography. So it's like actually her third studio album, not her first project since 2014. That's just a correction on that, so that like when you go deep diving on that discography, msiseme ati niliwaambia ana projects. Akonazo ni mingi. Enjoy listening, man. Yes, now we can get to Babyface.
Because I really feel like I'm glad you're ending this at Babyface because it's going to transition into the next thing I wanted to talk about a bit. But I really like the album. It feels
loved it.
It feels very late 90s, early 2000s R&B.
It does. And it has like the girls that are like really popping in R&B right now, which I love.
Yeah.
And Amare and Dochi and Manilong. And
there were so many good, like,
so many good
Hakuna ngoma mbaya.
collabs, man.
I love the best part is it's so 2000s that it starts with a skit with Angie Martinez and who was it? And Lala Anthony. That's like
crazy.
peak 2000s.
That's culture, man.
That is a moment like when I dip into culture.
Yeah.
Unasema, let me have this little bit here and just put it on the album. Yeah, I love.
Babyface giving what it's supposed to give.
Yep, and I'm glad he did it. And it was such a surprise drop. I wasn't expecting it because I think the announcement came out like 2 weeks before the album, and it's like, yo, here's an album I'm giving you all the R&B girlies something to do.
Maze.
And I was like, okay. See, even Ari is on that record.
Who?
Ari Lennox.
Yes, Ari is also there. Aizi Kosa, Kelani, Aizi Kosa, like Baby Tate.
Baby Tate.
Wow.
Baby Tate is really good.
Hey.
I forgot to mention that she put out a mixtape recently. That's really nice.
I'll check it out.
She put out like about a month ago. The same week as when Freddie Gibbs dropped Triple S.
Yeah.
Put out a mixtape that same week. Same day actually, yeah. So that was a really, and I forgot to even mention it on the show. That's the fact up. But it's a really good record by the way.
You talk about it vile umekaa chini nayo and like yeah, I guess now we'll have to do that next week.
Yeah, Baby Tate, like Girls' Night Out was a really good album.
Yeah.
Now because it's R&B, and this has been something I said recently, nikaanza kuatakiwa. Oh, mimi ni heretic. Oh, you can't say like that. I say what I want.
You should have like an alert for Hafare's hot take of the week.
Nuclear siren.
Incoming trigger warning.
I said this. I said that Boyz II Men are the weakest group of all the 90s R&B groups. And I'm going to double down, by the way.
Okay.
Boyz II Men made the tamest, least exciting R&B music in the 90s.
So why do you think they were so huge then?
Because a lot of people are tame and not exciting. That shit appeals to them. You know what the type of music they make? They make Where's My Hug music. That's the type of R&B they make.
But that's the kind of music babes like.
They make, I really wanted to
like
kiss you
at
so
the time,
bad.
rather.
I really wanted to, if somebody texts you like, I really wanted to kiss you so bad, you'll like, what the fuck? She will think of them like, what the fuck is Siongeni kiss true?
So they're making simp music is what you're saying.
Even simps have some pride. These niggas are making, as in church hall R&B, church social R&B. They're making dance, let's dance but remain 1 meter apart R&B. Can you imagine?
Yes, they want to respect the woman's boundaries. I'm telling you, it taps into something.
Not.
Wait. Did you watch? Have you watched Belly?
Yes.
So you know the way like Naz's character and his wife have this whole like lovey-dovey, low-key corny as fuck like vibe going. That's exactly the R&B of the time. That's how babes wanted to be treated.
Here's the thing.
Niggas are just starting to learn how to be soft. So
No.
Wanna creep in pole.
Do you know why? Do you know why that shit sucks? It's because Let me start with that song. I'll Make Love to You is the most like.
It's asking for enthusiastic consent, bana.
Let me tell you something. You play that song around any woman and you will hear the sound of their vagina snapping shut.
It's because we listen to Future. It's not our fault.
No. That's true. Velant agrees with me. you will hear the sound of the pop.
You think it's a black sea bat? Is that what you're saying?
Do you know what? That is. Do you know that song is when at a wedding, it's the wedding walkout song. The one you play when the parents are there and you don't want to offend anyone.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
So that's what I'm saying. Like they're really laying it on with like asking for stuff.
Do you know the difference, Sasa? As in, okay, maybe I'm not a cornball. That's why I can't relate. But that shit, I find that shit so work. Like, as in, it's like I saw you at the function and I really wanted to talk to you.
Oh my
when somebody
God.
sends you, you know those type of guys.
I do.
Yes, that is the music they listen to. And you see those guys? I saw a tweet that said, Boyz II Men wrote all of their songs lying flat on their stomachs, with their feet in the air. And it's true. It's true.
Oh my God.
And like their music inspires no fun. It inspires no lust. It inspires no appreciation of anything. All it does is just make you feel like, wow. It's like they don't write songs about people. They write songs about hypothetical situations. They write songs. They wrote songs about the concept of love, not the actual connection. And you remember, there's a lyric on I'll make love to you and samanga, I'll cuddle you until you tell me stop. And I paused, nikasema hapana. As in, I'm going to cuddle you until you say, all right, nigga, that's enough. Until them are all right, nigga, as in, you've out-cuddled me, okay, then stop.
Oh my God.
And now here's the juxtaposition. In the 90s, we had amazing R&B groups. I'm saying, like, Jodeci are the complete opposite of Boyz II Men.
That's true.
If Boyz II Men made church social hall music, church social R&B, Jodeci made teenage pregnancy R&B. Because
sorry, I need to
no, I'm not advocating.
But that's a good.
I'm not advocating for like teenage pregnancies. Please, like, don't do that. But I'm just saying.
While listening to Jodeci, no less.
On Freaking You. You know Freaking You?
Yes.
What's the first thing they say? Every time I close my eyes, I wake up feeling so horny. Them niggas was horny criminally. Also, I criminally. Like, if horniness was a crime, also I put a life sentence. I'm feeling.
So that's the shit you prefer?
It's not the shit I would prefer, but I'm just saying at least that had a bit of punch.
Yeah.
Like,
they were a bit more daring with what they were asking for.
Okay, if you play that song around a woman, she understands the intention. Yeah. Did you? Like, and it makes sense because like if you're trying to smash, if you're really trying, like me, I'm playing some Jodeci. Like I would rather even play Soul for Real. Candy Rain.
Fair.
My loves and you do all that shit. There are so many.
There are people with filth, actually, yeah. Listen, Tony, well, my favorite, especially because I love Raphael Sadiq, and like to date, he's still making chart-topping, panty-dropping bangers, banner. Like,
keyword ni panty dropping. Nobody's panties have ever dropped because of Boyz II Men, and they desire defective R&B.
Yeah.
So you're saying they're making songs for simps?
No, for simps. They're making songs for niggas with no riz. Niggas with no game.
Hafare has told Boyz II Men, Hayombu Ivo.
Hayombu Ivo, by the way. Yes. That's exactly my point. Hayombu Ivo. And if you're going to make a gala playlist, by the way, please don't include Boyz II Men. Include Boyz II Men at all. Like,
but don't you think it's also emblematic of the name? It's Boyz II Men, so it's like still in that juvenile. We're still trying to figure out.
Maybe because I'm a bit older than like.
Yeah, you don't want to even talk about it. You're like, well, I've given you a look. Get in the room right now.
Like even like when you listen to guys like what's Bandia Bobby Brown. What's it called? And I'm blanking on the name saizi. The guys who did Can You Stand the Rain? New Edition. Like I would play that before I play. Like they're not criminally horny, but I will always every little step. I would play that before I play Boyz II Men. I would play literally anything before I play. I would play Seabat before I play Boyz II Men.
So it's not Negro spiritual Seabat, is what you're saying.
Those niggas, maze. And the more you listen to somebody again, because I went did my research because I was like I can't be the only person who thinks like this of Boyz II Men. I found out through watu wengi kumbe. Somebody pointed out that Boyz II Men is the music. Somebody like the guy you send your girl to lie to for money and weed. That's the music they listen to. Unaona?
Oh my god.
So whether you're right, ni music ya simps. Ya simps kabisa.
You said that's not even simping, yani.
And I don't know why our parents love Boyz II Men. Maybe our parents are simps.
That's a point, though.
Sindio, labda as in, because I can't be wrong on this.
Bro, they be staying married. I don't know about that. So like,
okay. So
you know, unapata formula yako at the beginning. Boyz II Men give you that.
The Boyz, as you know, but naelewa, our parents grew up in church social halls. That's why they love it.
did.
That's why they love it so much.
They like the delicate touches. I feel like there's no one. I mean, no. Now we have Ari Lennox really just telling us everything that she's going to do in the bedroom.
Victoria Monet.
Victoria Monet
is criminally horny by the. Hata yeye nampatia life sentence.
Hey.
Criminally horny, life sentence. Victoria Monet needs to be put behind bars.
Hey.
Was it Jaguar on?
Jaguar was a sexy album.
Like Jaguar is an album that was made for literally conception.
And then she has a kid.
And you know, it's so weird seeing Victoria Monet's career trajectory from being the girl who made in China to all the way to Jaguar. You're like, okay, sawa, it's
an interesting evolution.
This is interesting to listen to. Like, you can't listen, like you can't be in a room with conservative people who play Jaguar. They're all gonna judge you.
That's true.
But anyway, we're done with Boyz II Men. My final point is Boyz II Men made music for people who had sex through a sheet. Through a white sheet with a hole punched through with a hole punched katikati through. That's who they made the music for. And if you like Boyz II Men, but it's fine to like them. Mm-hmm. But that means you're just a simp. Okay, ask.
So which songs are good for like the couch? Because you're against Boyz II Men.
Everything I've mentioned other than Boyz II Men. Like if you're gonna play soul for real, if you're gonna play what's this guys? Just play Jodeci, by the way. Mm-hmm. If at any given point, ukiwa at your situation, Jodeci is always the answer. Because the entire playlist, it fits the mood.
And some John B.
Exactly. In fact, it goes even beyond the mood.
It does.
Damn, nigga.
John B, D'Angelo.
Oh, there's a lot, by the way. Tank.
Yeah, no, I feel like when you go to individual artists, you just have those people that were like literally singing into the mic like this. You saw that video of Maxwell.
Yeah. I say vagina whisperers.
Listen. Hey, actually, yeah, people are doing filth in the 90s for sure.
We'll talk about this more another day.
Another day.
There's something you wanted to ask me, by the way, before we started.
Mm-hmm. So I'd put it in that like I was interested in like knowing more about playlisting and like modern day payola. Do you think people still pay to get on playlists? Is there like a frequency of artists that feature on certain playlists, and can you connect that directly to?
Okay.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, by the way, payola is when you pay to get your music on radio. So you go to the station manager, the presenter, unampatia pesa, unambia, yo, put my music in rotation.
And it's kind of promotional, but like it's also illegal.
It's illegal. It's unethical, really, because your music should stand on its own. But playlisting kinda is like payola squeezy.
Yeah.
But not in the same sense where you pay people. It's now
you
where
build that connection.
No. It's now where labels are now flexing their power, their muscle. Because if let's give an example. Let's say like, and this is all hypothetical, by the way. This is not saying any of this. People do any of this.
Yeah.
Let's give an example. Like in Africa, Maven. Mavens have Rema, Arya Star. I've forgotten even the other people they've signed. But they have a lot of big artists. And if you're a DSP, you both need each other, because guys are gonna come to your DSP looking for these popular songs. Watakuja kutafuta ngoma za Rema. They'll come look for whoever. And you have to put these artists on playlists, or the labels are now either gonna delay distributing their music on your DSP, or not even uploading the music. They're like, now we don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Because you're not creating a conducive environment for them to thrive. We're not checking.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm paying you money, but at the end of the day, kuna quid pro quo.
Yeah.
You do this for me, I do this for you. So
scratch my back.
Yeah, like it's kind of payola, but it's not. But at the end of the day, it kind of is, because the DSP has to like, and wanna feel your pressure.
Yeah.
Being exerted by the label. Because if you're an independent artist, go fuck yourself. You're not getting on this big playlist.
That's true. It'll take you quite a while.
Yeah, it'll take you quite a while. Because hata ukiangalia, when you go to like, even Kenyan artists, have you noticed how if a Kenyan artist makes it to a big playlist, wanafurahiyanga?
That's true.
And then like an established artist will put out a shit song, but they'll always be on the playlist.
Actually, yeah, whenever they have new releases, a
It's
lot
always in
of the
the
time it's always
playlist.
there. But I think it's also just because once an artist gets to a certain point, you have to consider all the art that they produce. I don't know if that's a must also. Like,
Trust me, if
if it's a taste thing, like if the playlists
if
are
Spotify
created
were not
like
putting
that,
Sauti Sol on like Kenyan playlists,
yeah.
they will get a call.
Really?
They will get a, yeah. Because Sauti Sol Gen will sit down and look like, why are we not getting playlisted? Because that's the bread and butter of like being on a streaming service. If
At
you're
this
not,
point in
that's
time.
where you live and die. If you're not on a big playlist, you are dead. Yeah, like unless you have a core fan base, you're dead. Because Sauti Sol put out a song without like, they put out a press release, they put out a tweet, but where most people are gonna find that song is the playlist.
Yeah.
So so at the end of the day unajipata auko hapo and they're gonna call you and be like, hey man, guys, what's up? Why is our new song not on this, on that playlist? In fact, they want to be on the playlist cover. They don't even want to be on the playlist. They have to be on the playlist cover. That's why unapata, I did this a few years back, was it last year? I checked like major Kenyan artists, female artists. Unacheki like Fena has 4,000 monthly listeners. And somebody like Zini had 60,000.
Yeah.
But the difference is like Zini is on more playlists than Fena.
Yeah.
So more people are going to listen to the music regardless. Because somebody is going to atakuja to a shuffle and be like, okay, let's keep it moving.
That's true.
Yes. I don't know what the fuck is stuck in my throat. Eh? Yeah, there's idea. So anyway, that's the reason nakuta kuna disparity. Like guys call and ask you, why am I not being playlisted? Why am I not getting this? Why am I not getting that? Give one label an exclusive playlist, and the other label is gonna call you like, yo, why are we not getting an exclusive playlist? Why are we not getting an exclusive mix? And I've seen this firsthand, by the way, like where you, as a DSP, you're giving something to somebody, and immediately after it goes live, you start getting calls from reps from all over, like, why are those guys getting that, and why are we not getting that?
Yeah.
So it's like payola, but it's not. Like, no money is changing hands.
But it's definitely like a culture thing.
Yeah, there's influence being peddled.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
you. Okay, thank you for answering the question.
There's something else I want to talk about. Because by the way, we write down our talking points before the, like, tumejipanga. Yes, thank you so much, Venant.
Thank you.
Venant is here with us today, by the way. Kuja usalimia watu kwa short. Salimia watu kwa short.
Hapa katikati.
Oh, sorry.
Oh boy, hey. Yeah.
Much better.
Yeah.
Hey guys, make sure you watch Wildcard Show.
Yes.
We talk about football, and afterwards we listen to music. And
Yes.
before we listen to music, musikia watu. I've been just saving albums and playlists on my phone because and watu ni keep updated when it comes to music shenanigans.
Of
So
course.
make sure unatuwatch na pia unawasikiza.
Sindio.
Stay tuned to the good company.
Wildcard on Wednesday, Breaking Hertz on Thursday. Like, uko na form ya
Sometimes we'll
kumaliza
get a
wiki.
double whammy.
Sometimes.
No, it's like the last episode was definitely a
Oh,
double
yeah,
whammy.
yeah,
That was
by
a
the
good
way.
day.
Hebu
That
ngoja.
was a good day.
I need to find out the last thing I want to talk about. I don't know why I can't remember it.
So the last thing we want to talk about is
I
what
saw
album
Yeah,
made
what
you,
album?
what album made you stop being sorry.
Let's just continue.
What album made you stop being a mega fan of an artist? I feel like the minute I saw this, I started thinking about a couple of artists that like I don't listen to anymore, that like I listen to very frequently, like maybe at the beginning of the decade. Some fell off culturally. For me, there were others that I was just like, this is an insult. Like, I don't think that this is the kind of relationship I'd want to have with an artist. So I'm not going to listen to you anymore.
So can you give me a few, like, the artist and the album?
For me,
Because even for you guys watching, there's definitely an artist that you used to fuck with and you
that
don't fuck with
they're out of
anymore.
it for
And
you,
there's a
like,
reason. There's a specific reason or a specific point where you're like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. Was it an album? Was it like something they said online?
Me, it was Heartbreak on a Full Moon 2017 by Chris Brown. I'd already stopped listening to him, Kiasi. But I feel like when he came out with this project, I felt challenged. Like, I felt like this is a guy that has put a gun to my head and told me, listen to this fucking album. 45 songs. 45 songs on an album. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes on unfettered Chris Brown. There is no reason.
Do you know Lord of the Rings
There
rap
is
Weaver?
no reason.
Again, I don't know Lord of the Rings rap
Maze, uta watch Godfather and Zima.
Hey, like you could feel.
Unasikiza Chris Brown for 45 songs. I
Jeez.
actually gave up on like song 17 and I've never gone back. I know that Under the Influence is a song that a lot of people have like an attachment to, but
Those niggas are on drugs.
that's no, like there's nothing better than an artist on cocaine. There's nothing worse than an artist on cocaine. So it's like
But the Bruno Mars special.
yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, we have not stated, but for sure, that one I was just like, umeni skuma sana bana. Like 45 songs. We've complained a lot about long albums on this show.
No, like
That
even
that was my
me,
one.
if you can get 20, I'm like, damn, nigga.
That was my 13th reason for sure. Like,
Oh, guy. Another one.
Album Refu, talented man, but I wouldn't go back. Let me bounce it to you first.
Me, it's from a rapper I love so much.
But you stopped listening to him.
I came back to listen to him literally last year because of an album he put out with Cardo called Wiz Got Wings.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it has to be Wiz Khalifa, the first one. And the album is Black Hollywood.
Black
2014, yeah.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah.
Why? What
But
happened?
What happened was, Wiz was always like, if you follow Wiz from his like mixtape days from I say yeah to that man. Yeah, Wiz has always been that rapper who was like, I get high, and then I have experiences, and then I start rapping about those experiences.
Yeah.
So it was always like captivating shit. He was just saying like, everything about him was like, I get high, and then this is what I do, and that was his entire mantra. He was chill, he was relaxed, and his music reflected that. Even like with the culmination of what I think is the best Wiz Khalifa project ever made, Taylor Alderdice, which is perfect.
There was still a period where you felt like you tapered off as a fan.
Yeah, and then I listened to, then there was Rolling Papers came out, which was more pop oriented. Actually, Taylor Alderdice came out before Rolling Papers, after Rolling Papers. Yeah, but then it was Rolling Papers, then Taylor Alderdice, which was like, Rolling Papers was more pop oriented. Then Taylor Alderdice was pure Wiz, like pure unadulterated, 100% Wiz Khalifa. And then he put out Only Nigga in First Class, which felt like he was trying too hard. He was trying too hard to be now Wiz. So it got to the point where he was no longer rapping about the things he was doing when he was high. He was just rapping about being high. But again, the quality of the project, the features, the production really carried it.
Yeah.
And then after that, when we went to Black Hollywood, I was like, this is not a good record. And it's like, Wiz has now become a parody of himself.
Interesting.
He became the thing you used to make fun of. Like all these guys were just jumping on trends, doing this, doing that. And then the exact moment I really was stopped listening to Wiz Khalifa when he put out Molly with Tiger. And I remember listening to an interview and he was saying, why did you put out the song? He was saying like this thing is popular everywhere, everybody's talking about it, so I might as well take advantage of it.
That's sad.
And I was like, this is the Wiz
really
Khalifa I knew. I was like, no, I can't do this. So I really stopped. I stopped listening to him for so long until last year when he put out Wiz Got Wings with Cardo, and it was so good. It was like back to form with Khalifa. I think he's got to a point, and he's only like 34. He's not that old. That man has been making music for almost 20 years.
Yeah.
And now he's back to prime with Khalifa. He's working with a dope producer, doing great. Mesmerized this year was amazing, but that album really stopped me for a very long time listening to him.
So I have a question to follow that up. In respect of like artists really like, I guess, changing their personas over time. Do you still listen to J. Cole?
I never listened to J. Cole.
You never?
Never listened to J. Cole once and I was like, okay, fuck this shit. Nigga's boring.
You did like Forest Hills Drive?
Nah, that nigga was carrying the hose. J. Cole makes the most boring, and it's so sad because J. Cole has so many good flashes of brilliance. His verse on Nini this year, Johnny P's Caddy, is amazing, one of the best of the year. But for a full project, I feel like J. Cole makes music for people who think they're smarter than everyone in the room.
Yes.
So people who think like, I don't know, Najua, more than everyone.
I was listening to Come Through and Chill this morning and I was like, I've never noticed the way this nigga is talking to this babe that he's supposedly rapping to. Like, there's just so much. I know better than you. I know that, like, I want your presence here, but, like, there's a way that he's saying it that sounds very, I don't know, it rubbed me off the wrong way. Let me just say that.
Yeah. So, do you have a second album, Mama?
No, I don't have a second album for now.
Okay, first of all, fuck J. Cole. And if you're down with J. Cole, fuck you too. Anyway, my second album, and this one hurts a lot, is Los Angeles Is Not For Sale, Volume 1 by Dom Kennedy.
You stopped listening to Dom Kennedy.
Because here's the thing.
That's like your elemental man.
I love Dom Kennedy so much. As a rapper. He made my favorite album. He's made my favorite song. And it sucks so bad to say this, but he went to a point where he just gave up. Because Dom is a really good rapper. He has an amazing ear for beats. But when he did From West Side with Love, Volume 2, then to the Yellow album, I think then he went to Get Home Safely, and then By Dom Kennedy. By the time we reached By Dom Kennedy, you could feel he wasn't trying as much as before.
Yeah.
And then Los Angeles Is Not For... Hey, that man did not give a fuck. He was rapping the most rudimentary, elementary school level rhymes. The beats were not good. I was supposed to be invested in the project because of him instead of the quality of the work. And that really put me off. Because his earlier work I love. So, like From West Side with Love, Volume 1, Volume 2, and the Yellow album, amazing run. The Yellow album is a masterpiece. If you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. And it's free by the way to listen to. It's not on DSPs. You can listen to it on live mixtapes, on YouTube, on SoundCloud, DatPiff. It's still free to listen to, download. It's a masterpiece. But at that moment, I felt like he gave up.
Yeah.
And he's never really recovered. I don't know what's up.
Sad.
And I think he might never recover. Like, I think losing the people who are close to him, Nipsey Hussle, also like him just growing up as an artist and feeling like maybe he doesn't want to do this as much anymore.
Yeah.
And then there's Larry June. So, like...
you had your replacement.
Yeah, like you've been like...
But you're standing.
You left, somebody took your spot, and then Larry June came with the same style, same flow, and then added wellness. That's my favorite thing about Larry June.
Yeah.
He's rapping about like waking up in the morning, riding a bike, watering your plants, going to get orange juice freshly pressed.
Yeah.
He's like, he lives well, as in, let's go get a salad.
He's eating good.
Like, let's run on the beach. Like, let's get this money, but also let's do all this other stuff. Let's go get our skin done. Let's take care of ourselves. Like, fuck with it. Yeah. Those are my two, by the way. Like, I really feel like those two really put me off, those two artists.
Yeah.
And I love both of them, by the way. I hope Dom puts out a really good project soon. I still go back to his old stuff. At least Wiz came back.
Yeah.
He might not be as popular, but he's still as good. And even if he falls off again, we'll always have Taylor Alder Dice. Where's Venant? Venant, wapi? We want to answer your question. So, Venant, you asked us our top 5
luxury rappers.
Luxury rappers, yes. At the very top, obviously, we have to start with the man, the myth, the legend, Rick Ross. The difference between, and I said this on episode 1, the difference between Rick Ross and Jay-Z is that Rick Ross makes you want to feel rich. Makes you want, like, he makes you, like, una feel yo uzuri
want
na
good
pesa.
things for yourself.
Yeah. He shows you the good thing about having money. A lot of these other, like, billionaire class rappers, they show you why you're poor. That's the difference. Like, they show you all these other billionaire class rappers.
Patronizing tone that
like,
Rick
these
Ross
niggas
doesn't
speak
have.
down on you. Rick Ross tries to lift you up, like, come on my level, nigga.
Like even you can join us.
Yeah, Cindy. Second is, trying to think, Action Bronson.
Action Bronson is my favorite, like, rappers that just do crazy shit with their lives.
And that's the thing. Action raps about the most intricate, elaborate things you've never imagined.
Because
like
he's always
eating Chilean sea bass, being in like France, drinking like natural wine. He's always like in Japan, surfing in Okinawa. He's always rapping about these really nice, good things you can do, and you don't even have to be rich to do them. It's just like regular person shit. Like, if you're middle class, like, this is stuff G-Money could do every day if he wanted.
Wait, do you
Shout out
watch...
to G.
Do you watch...
Fuck, That's Delicious.
Yes. Because, like, I love the way he talks about baklava. But then, like, when I started watching Fuck That's Delicious and I saw all the ways that, like, all this food that he interacts with, like, he goes to a different restaurant, he wants to know how his favorite meal there is made. He talks to the chef, really takes you through the process. I love that about Action Bronson.
His is a different kind of
He's
luxury.
a man of fine taste.
Yeah, but exactly. Him is not luxury, it's taste. For him, he has a really fine taste. Like, he's always rapping about
even
things.
Even his radio show.
Utasikiza utakuwa like, yo, this is some impressive shit, man. Yeah.
Do you listen to his radio show on Apple Music?
No, not yet.
It's called Live from the Moon. And what he does is he collects a bunch of music from different countries. So today he'll be like, I've been thinking about Japanese pop. He'll play you like an hour of Japanese pop. Tomorrow he'll be like, I was watching movies from Russia and I thought like you should listen to some of this music from Russia. Like it's just him vibing, and he puts some of that stuff in like his projects as well. Like the samples are very much picked up from that same taste. So Action Bronson, I could talk about him the whole day.
Yeah, we could, by the way. Number 3 on my list, The Kid Daytona. He hasn't put out music in a while, but in the early 2010s, early to mid 2010s, he was rapping about like the title of the song is like United Colors of Benetton. He just go on there and tell me about his like how good his robe is, how good his slippers are, like the eggs Benedict he ate. He was just making me feel like, yo, this rapper life is dope. He has a song called Ivory Coast Crime Scene with Action Bronson, and it is the best luxury raps over the most amazing tropical beat. Jeez, like, and they flow so well. The entire song is just about being on vacation. Literally. 4 minutes and 30 seconds of these two niggas just trading bars about being on vacation over the most amazing tropical beat. If you guys like, pause that rapper. Just go type on your YouTube search bar, Ivory Coast Crime Scene. Amazing song. Who else am I gonna think about who does luxury raps, by the way? I have to say Drake, in a sense.
Drake kind of, yeah.
And Drake yake hata si luxury, yake ni excess. Because when Drake is rapping, he's like, I have a lot, man. Like a lot.
Yeah.
And again, it's not like he's speaking down to you, just telling you, man.
He's just telling you what he's
like,
enjoying.
And it's always like, I worked hard for this and I have it.
Yeah.
This song alitoa na Rick Ross last year, this really long song where Drake was rapping his ass off. I've forgotten the name.
But I think the thing I like about Drake is also just that, and someone pointed it out this year, and I was like, I think that's exactly what Drake's career like means. He's adapting to a persona.
Yes.
He's definitely creating a character. Like,
as he
like
goes along.
He announced he's going to be having a new album out soon.
With 21 Savage.
Yes. What's it called? I saw somebody try to like string together the names of like all his albums as a sentence, and that is the worst shit I've ever seen. But like,
but it looks like the kind of stupid thing Drake would do.
Yes, it does. I hate that it does.
It looks like that. If it doesn't make sense and it's kind of dumb, you always know Drake is gonna do
exactly.
it. Like, why the fuck did he shave a heart into his head? But at the same time,
and
in his music,
selfies,
yes,
his bad bitch.
He has bad bitch energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is what I call rich petty.
Yeah, probably. Like even with the whole thing with Fantano, he's corny, but when he's rapping, he'll always tell you like, I have a lot. I live in excess.
Yeah.
All that shit. I love that. Actually, number 5 like I can't even think of a number 5 right now because I'm trying to think who else does like luxury raps really well. And I'm coming back to thinking like all these guys I'm thinking of don't really do. Oh yeah, I know who does luxury raps.
Who?
Finally, West Side Gun. But him, it isn't the normal luxury raps because it's very grimy, very sparse, very New York beat.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this man is talking about like very intricate pieces from Hermes. Like he has a Versace piece. He's talking about the bear brick he got.
Yeah.
For him, it's a very, very, very like you have to be in the scene. You have to know these luxury goods by name.
You do.
Fabulous.
Nah, not Fabulous.
He put Julia Lang on a song.
Did he?
Yeah, he's getting like they were getting one-of-one pieces from Off-White from Virgil. Yeah, those guys were getting one-of-one pieces from Virgil. So they're really deep into this high fashion, high luxury like scene. But at the same time, they're very, very gangster rap, very like grimy street type of niggas. So you wouldn't expect those guys to talk about the things they talk about. Like even like there's a hook on their song that says, "I told Virgil write brick on my brick."
Yeah.
It's a meeting of two worlds that are so separate. So yeah, those are my top 5. Yeah.
I don't have my top 5 right now.
Because I'd take a moment to think about it.
I agree with most of what Hafare has said though.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm just going to dap that one out.
And I think we're out of time. Byron anataka kutufukuza. He wants to go home.
But we have a question for the audience before we're done. What's your favorite unexpected collaboration of the year and why? I'd want to see you guys sounding
Tweet
off
us.
in the comments. Tweet us. Tell us.
DM
what
me,
you're
I will
listening to,
respond.
man. Yeah, same.
Yeah, I will respond. I will
The DMs
engage
are
you
always
anywhere.
open.
If you see me in the street, nisalimie, ask me this question, I will engage you anywhere.
Yeah.
I am like your MCA, but I actually work.
Oh my god.
Once again, guys, thank you for being with us. This has been episode 7. We'll be back next week, Cindy.
We shall, and see you soon.
Wait, before you go, a few reminders. Don't listen to Boyz II Men. Bye, guys.